Hello and welcome. It's a good day to be on the farm. My name is Chuck, and this is my Shepherd Chuck series. We're back, and it's September, which means we've officially done 1 year on this playthrough so far. And I want to just give you a quick overview of the sheep. You can see there's a couple of little baby ones. Actually, that's a deer, but there's a little baby one right there. All right. So let's go ahead into our livestock menu. And in our sheep barn, we have 13-month-old Stein shafts, which makes sense if we've done 1 year and 1 month now to be in September. And they have had 13 1-month-old babies. And then we have our Landrans of Bethlehem. I still don't know how to say this. Landrans, just our other sheep, our white faced sheep. And they are 11 months old because we bought them a couple of months in. And they are 80% reproduction. So once we fast forward to the next in game day, we should have, instead of 39 sheep, we should have 52 sheep. 26 plus 26. Yeah, 52. So we're about to have our second generation of our second type of sheep in here, which is good. So things are ramping up on this playthrough so far. Um, I did see we were not quite full on food there, and as you can see, I've got a worker going in our Zetter. Um, Now that we've got the field outlined and we're doing the grass work, I'm for the most part only using the Zetter with a worker because I don't like driving it. But it's nice to have a worker to be able to do that and have a little bit of money to hire a worker with. So we're going to fire up our Massey Ferguson here, and we're going to go. Um, since we're dealing with hay bales at this point, because our grass bales have all been turned into silage and sold, I don't need the weight to lift the hay bales. The grass bales almost tip this tractor over when I do it, but the hay bales do it pretty good. So we're going to come up here to our bale storage, and we should have, I think, 12, looks like. So we'll hop in the menu, and round bales hay, we have 12. So we're just going to use 1, 2, and pop out 2 hay bales here. So 10 left in storage. Obviously, we're making some hay bales with the Zetter tedding it right now too. But we'll go ahead and pick up one. Nope. With the bump, that's a little bit higher than I wanted to be. Pick up one. Back up. Pick up the other one. Not sure why I'm narrating. You can see what I'm doing here. But we'll go ahead and grab that. Oh, yeah, that bump makes that a little tricky. There we go. So we got two bales. It is about at the weight limit. You can see that the back tires are kind of bouncing a little, but we should be okay as long as we carry them low to the ground here. And we'll run down here and drop them in to our sheep barn, I think is the best. Oh, yep, turning. We almost lost it. We almost rolled there. We'll go ahead and slowly drop down here. And I like it when it takes one first. So we're going to drop this one here. And let's just check and see. Yep, this one is still. Yeah, so this one went from, what is it, 6,500 liters? Yeah, 6,500 liters is down to 4,720, and our sheep barn is full at 4,500. So I want it to eat. I want them to eat that bale first. So we're going to push this one over and kind of leave it right here. And then we'll zip over here and move this one a little bit closer to the spawn point, but I want it to take that full bale first rather than slowly sipping on both bales and then making us think we have 2 full bales there when we don't. And then this is our wool pallet, our partial one, that's up to 4,000, or excuse me, 453 liters, 463 liters. And this one is where we're currently storing the wool. Again, we'll do a lot more wool production when our sheep are not adolescents, but we need that next generation to spawn next month, and then we'll have a better chance at doing better production. But let's go ahead and run over to our production site. I don't think we have fast forwarded a day yet since we built it, because I believe that was earlier in September. But we dropped our 4 full pallets of wool over here, and then we'll just take a look. Yeah, so we have 3,979 liters of wool and 6 liters of fabric. So yeah, we just started, but we'll go ahead and fast forward to the end of the day once we're done making this these hay bales. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the video there, and I will come back to you at the end of the day when we're either baling or we're picking up our bales and putting them in our hay storage, because now we're focused on keeping those sheep healthy through the winter once that meadow grass is no longer available for them to eat. So hang out on, for you it'll just be a second, but for me it will be a little while in the future when we've done all this grass work. Catch you in a few. See you in a second. Bye. Okay, and we're back. The tedding has been completed by the worker, and I've just moved the worker, or that zetter, out of the field, and we've been windrowing while that worker was finishing. So we're going to go ahead and finish up our windrowing here. This should be the last strip if I counted correctly. And so we'll get our windrows done, we'll park up the windrower and grab the baler and reset the counter, see how many bales we've made so far, see how many bales we're going to get off this time, and then we'll be ready to go ahead and sleep through the night, get those new sheep. So we're up to 52 sheep total, and go from there. Now we'll probably, since we still have a loan, and this is still on hard mode, we'll probably end up going negative again overnight, but we'll finally be at a spot where we've got some things going passively to help us offset that loan payment each month. So not only will we have extra sheep, because we'll have 52, that's more sheep producing wool. Our factory is going to continue to produce fabric from that wool, which is really nice. So both of those things are going to be going, and we have plenty of hay in storage, and we're about to have some more. Sorry, that's a real spinny camera. I just needed to get adjusted to back this up. So although we are losing money overnight because of that loan repayment, we should finally have some things going that will be making us some money. So year one was pretty tough, getting everything that we needed to get going. But I think year two will be a lot better, because we'll actually have some full-grown sheep who are going to be at 100% health. We could consider selling off once we get close to reaching our maximum. We still need one more generation of each type of sheep to get us kind of where we need to go on this, but it'll be a good start. And all right, I'm going to turn on the menu here, because I can never remember what it is to reset the bale counter. So right now our bale counter is at 18 and 43 total bales. Yeah, and it's both bumpers and the down arrow. So left bumper, right bumper, down arrow, we'll set that back to 0. And I like having this menu on only when I'm baling. I think it's kind of a distraction when I'm recording. Well, not a distraction. I just don't think it looks good on the recording to have that menu up in the left, but when I'm baling, I like to see the counter, and I like to have it up for that. So, because I want to know how many bales I make, and it makes it easier when you're picking them up. So we're going to go ahead and get the steering assist loaded, and I believe, oh, I hope I do it right, 7.4 with 1 headland should be what we windrowed at. And we'll see if we, nope, our lines are off again. Ugh, keep messing that up. Anyway, so we'll go ahead and do our headland on the left and the right. We'll just have to do some of the rows manually because our lines are going to be off. And then automatic drop on as we get up here. Alright, so counter went up to 1 as soon as that touched the ground. And I don't know, 18 was probably grass bales, so technically we should get less hay bales because they're 6,500 liters instead of 5,500 liters. So I'm guessing 15, but we'll see what the number actually comes out to at the end of this episode. I'm not going to make you watch me bale, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the video one more time as I wrap up, as I finish up the baling and let you know how many that is, and we'll sleep through and make sure we get those baby sheep. So one more cut, and then I'll see you in a minute. All right, I'll be back. Okay, and we're back. Here's the first 6 bales we're picking up off the field. Oops, let me do that. One more time. We're going to try to drop these in this area. There we go. So that puts 6 in there. And we're going to go ahead and pick up some more here. My count, or my guess, I guess, was not very good. I had guessed 15 bales off this field. We actually only got 13. I think that was partially because the baler was pretty empty, and we ended up being almost full, like 83, 84% on the last bale. So we technically probably got 14 off of here if you count the overlap. But regardless, our little counter only said 13. So we went up to 56 total bales created. And let me go ahead and just grab this last one with bale spikes since we've got them on. Whoops. I have to forget, when you got this trailer, you gotta switch your implement to the front to do that. So anyway, so 13 total bales. It looks funny. We've got round bales 6 100% and hay bale 1 100% at 6,500 liters. That's just because of the difference between the front and the back of the tractor here. So we're going to go ahead and drop this down, back up, drop that one in. For the first time ever, we're going to have an odd number of bales here in our storage, which is fine. I actually like this storage because it visually, like you can see, it's got one partial stack because we've got an odd number. All right, so we're going to drop these 6 in here like so. And something like that. All right. So if we back up now, how many total hay bales do we have? I should probably know this, but we'll let the little app tell us. 23 round hay bales out of 150 possible stored. So we have plenty of food to get us through the winter, even with another generation of little ones being born, hopefully. And we'll go ahead and pull down here. Yeah, we're just gonna park this trailer up, and then we'll sleep to the morning and check our sheep, and that will probably wrap up everything for this episode. As we go into October, there won't be any more cuts this year. We'll see how much our loan payment is and how negative we are, but eventually we should see some more profits, or should see some more wool being made, and hopefully some fabric from that wool to get us through. So we'll go ahead and sleep until October now. And we're not going to do much. We're going to maybe roll the field in October, I think, to get it back up to 100%. But that's all we're going to do until the spring when we cut it. And then we'll occasionally drop some bales down there for the sheep to eat. So yeah, 1,166 for loan interest, and then about another 150 to 160 for property maintenance. So here we are in October, and let's take a look at our livestock. So now we have 14-month-old Stein shafts and 2-month-old Stein shafts, and 12-month-old Landerants and 0-month-old Landerants. So, and our meadow still has 24,000 liters, and our grass is at 100%, or our hay, I should say. Take a look at these bales. This one is still 37 or 3,471. And this one is still 6,500. So we got a full bale there and a partial here. We are set to go for the winter. And our field needs rolling. So it's a 72% yield bonus now, 50% fertilized. We'll go ahead and grab our roller here in a minute and go ahead and roll that. But I won't make you watch that as we kind of progress through the winter, and then we'll start cutting again in the spring. But hopefully we'll have more wool produced and maybe even some fabric in the next episode. So appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, or even better, drop me a comment. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.